Well, we got the ice in there, and melt it up, boil it, and do one more last freeze with this same water. They say a watched pot never boils. I just thought I'd find out if that's true. Well, I guess it's false. This water's definitely boiling. Bye-bye, dissolved gases. Well, this is my final freeze that I intend to do, unless something comes up and I have to do more. This is the one we made from boiled water, and right now the lid is stuck to the tray. I can see in the lid that we had some condensation from the interior. You know, obviously the water was still steaming a bit when I put it in. I measured the temperature on it. It was somewhere just below 200 degrees Fahrenheit when I put it in the freezer. Oh, there we go. So that's probably one of the reasons we got some of the larger droplets on there. So this is our melt on a charged PMH using boiled water. And interestingly, the only place I see bubbles are in the very center. They aren't really that pronounced either. Now that's kind of interesting. Oh no, it's on the outside. I have to remember to point the camera at what I'm looking at. Messed up a couple videos that way. Okay, so that was on the outside of the dish. There's a little crust layer on top here, a little frost layer I should say. Once that frost melts, then we can see down in. Now this particular water, once again, is the same water that we've been using over and over. And I did strain it through a coffee filter before my last freeze. Not this freeze, but the last one, because I was getting some contamination in it, you know, from the air and from me touching it and everything. So there were some dissolved solids in there that came out from previous freezings, so I filtered all that out. So we still get the formation with the bump in the middle, and we've already shown that that's a function of the way the water freezes from the outside in. And we've demonstrated by stopping the freeze action in the middle that is how it freezes. It freezes from the outside inward. And so as it expands, it puts more and more pressure in the middle, causing more stress, causing more other issues. Now right now, as we're talking, I'm seeing a fracture line right across here forming. I'm not sure why, but it's forming right across here. Could be the fracture's already there and is the result of some type of a Casimir action or something happening where the water's starting to dissolve and bubble for whatever reason, and then filling up little air bubbles. Or maybe air is seeping into the crack if it's coming up to the surface. Interesting thing is that I can see that does not come up to the surface. It's below the surface. And anyway, so we have that, and then we have some lines here, various crystallization formations. For the most part, it tried to be a single crystal. You know, it tried to, but for whatever reason, it didn't succeed. I can tell. There's polylines in the lattice here, and, you know, the whole thing is going off in different directions. Subfractures down in there with bubbles in them. We've got fractures coming in this way, or at least what appears to be fractures. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there, and a 7th one here. And they seem to come in this way, and then over here they seem to come in this way. So, as if at some point this was the center point for the freeze, and then it shifted over here or something. So, interesting thing. So, no dissolved gases to speak of, other than what we see here in the middle. And, you know, that could be caused by structural failures of some kind. I've seen this pattern before in certain cloud formations, cirrus clouds, and in certain thermodynamic situations, scar tissue that's been melted by fire, and I've seen these types of formations in flames themselves. So it's something about the way the chemical reactions occur and interact. I find this, I think I've seen this also in some nebulas where the materials involved find their own density separation. Don't know if you guys can see that. So it's kind of a bust here on this final test. Not sure what to say. We didn't get all those pretty lines we had before. Well, I'll take some snapshots of it and see what we get.